As if you hit like and subscribe yet, why not? 2,000 likes on this video, that's what we need. And we need you to subscribe and turn on notifications. Select all on notifications, hit subscribe, you won't regret it. Lots of awesome Destiny 2 content here. And today's video is no different. We're looking at the Antiope-D. Now, veteran players of the game will recognize this weapon. It's an absolute beast. You can see our roll. We've got thermal sight, ricochet rounds, snapshot, and kill clip. Obviously, this is a very, very good roll. We also got a handling masterwork. I'm using a counterbalance stock on this weapon. Now you can see it right here. It's just absolutely beautiful, isn't it? The Antiope-D. Now, what is the problem with the Antiope-D? It got sunset, along with a bunch of other really good weapons. But I will say, out of all of the sunset guns, I feel like Antiope-D might be the most well represented and most consistently present in the meta weapon out of all sunset guns. This gun has been good since the very first day of Destiny 2. To the fact that the static roll came with kill clip, just like my random roll does have over here, well, it just meant it was always a very powerful weapon, always a very streaky gun. You get one kill, you're probably going to get another. It's always been that type of gun. But now with those SMG changes to recoil, it truly is better than it's ever been. And that's why it's such a shame that it got sunset. Because if you're going to make that change to SMGs like they did, then you're going to take away the most prominent, consistent and reliable SMG the game's ever seen. It's just a bit of a shame. Now, I actually used this weapon a little bit in yesterday's video, and people were asking me like, what SMG were you using? And I had to tell them, well, I'm using the Antiope-D, and you know, I didn't have the heart to tell them, you know, this is where I got it from and this is how you get it, because you can't get it anymore. In that Telesto video, I paired it up and we were getting some nice kills, and yeah, people were interested in the gun. That's why I thought, you know what, I'll make a video on it, show you how awesome it is. Maybe Bungie will see this video and they'll just toss it back into the loot pool like they did with something like True Prophecy. Just toss this back into the loot pool, make it a gunsmith weapon, or better yet, imagine if the gunsmith started getting packages and one week he just comes with an Antiope package and he can kind of target farm a certain role or something like that. Real potential there for Bungie if they could just, you know, get those creative juices flowing. There are ways to take advantage of bringing weapons back without, you know, making it a sour experience for long time players. I really enjoy the gun. I truly think even to this day, having used a bunch of SMGs recently, I still think to this day this is the best legendary SMG in the game. I do believe now that something like Huckleberry can really strongly compete with something like an Antiope, but at the same time, this is a 600 RPM SMG. Now, I know some of you guys are going to bring up that 600 RPM SMG that was available last season. I forget what it was called. Oh yeah, that's right, the Friction Fire. It was available from the Crow's seasonal thing, and it's just not as good. The rolls on it aren't as good, the sight on it isn't as good. Most importantly for me, the feel of the SMG doesn't come close to Antiope. I'm telling you, if you guys think Friction Fire is as good as Antiope, I'm telling you right now, it is not on the same planet as Antiope. I can't explain to you exactly why. Maybe it's the perk pool, maybe it's the sight, maybe it's the hidden stats, who knows. But the point is, it's just not on Antiope's level, okay? And Bungie, this would be a really good legendary to bring back. Like I said, one of the most popular legendary weapons throughout the course of this game's lifespan. It's been present in every meta. It's never really been bad. It's always been a good weapon. And it would just be a shame to, you know, say goodbye to it forever when it's this damn good. And it's never been better than it is right now. Some sort of, you know, finality in regards to sunsetting, so everything from now will not be sunset, right? Now that we have that set in place, maybe Bungie should really think about, you know, going back into that pool of sunset guns and just bringing a few back, man, making them rise again. I'm looking at you, Kindle Orchid, looking at obviously the Antiope, the good bone structure, you know, things like that, man. We're really looking at those type of weapons. The Darkest Before, the Trials of the Nine pulse rifle. There's a couple of absolute gems in there that are not overpowered, they're not problematic to the meta, they're just absolute beautiful weapons that should just come back to the game. Maybe it's just bias from me because they're some of my favourite legendaries, but I would really like to see them return. And you know, they did the same thing with True Prophecy, right? They just dropped it into the gunsmith. There's no reason why they can't do that here. I would really like it, man. The Antiope-D, boys, it really is damn good. D for damn good, you know what I'm saying? When you get kill clip going, you get charged with light going. Talk a little bit about my setup here. I was obviously using Peacekeepers, which I tend to always do with SMGs. Using Bottom Tree Striker as it's the best SMG class in the game. And we were using the Charge with Light perks, so every time I get a double kill, which is pretty often with this gun, when you proc kill clip, you're probably going to get a double. You drop an orb, now you're charged with light. You know, you've got frontal assault, and you've got kill clips. You've got 3 damage buffs on this gun at times, and if you chain them all together, you are just ripping shit up, man. You are ripping shit up, and it's just a ton of fun. Feeling really mobile, feeling really good on a sniper. I was using Frozen Orbit in the majority of the gameplay. I think I did have Duality on at one point, but it was mainly just Frozen Orbit with the Antiope. And on this map right here, we had some really nice plays, holding down this position for quite a while, just chaining kill clip. And if kill clip doesn't work, and you know, we've got the Frozen Orbit, you could drop a body shot on someone, you could get a headshot, you know, and then once you headshot someone, or sorry, body shot someone with the Frozen Orbit, insta swap to the Antiope. It's always loaded thanks to the Peacekeeper perk. Yeah, what's not to love, guys? What is not to love? I ask you, what is not to love? We had some nice snipes here as well. I'm really growing on the Frozen Orbit. It's quickly becoming a favorite weapon of mine at the moment, which means you might see more snipes. And yes, I am being a hard scope Harry right now, but it's worth it. I'm trying to get a cheeky flick on this guy. Pow. That's satisfying. It's like a chaperone flick, but from further away and through the sights of a scope. Kind of the same thing, right guys? Right guys? The little flashbang snipe combo, you can't go wrong. Hard scoping once again. Oof. They just wanted to get headshot by me in this tunnel apparently. Hey man, if they want it, I will oblige. Step right up, headshots for everybody. Maybe even a little bit of a Titan slam. Here we go. This super's still really good, man. As long as you're not getting frozen by a behemoth or something. It's still really good against players who aren't freezing you, man. Lasts forever. Get across the map pretty quick. You can dodge bullets. Man, light-based subclasses get an overall buff to combat stasis. Bottom 3 Striker is going to be back with a vengeance. I can tell you that much, guys. Really, really great subclass. Really, really awesome. Guys, that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.